Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Andrew at Microphonic Designs here with the John B. Alexander Bulldog Band. Let's head into the band room to see what we've been working on today. It's been yet another complete system overhaul this week in the for the second campus here in United ISD, and this time it was actually really smooth. I'm very pleased with how the setup came together this year at JB Alexander. If you followed the channel for a while, you'll know that I've been with this school for a long time. I've been consulting and working with them since 2019, and this round of very serious upgrades, I was very fortunate to earn that business. And so all the equipment that you're going to see, if you're interested in trying to get it for your group, get in touch because I can help make that happen. Lay of the land, what do we have going on? We've got 6 marimbas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the front row. We've got 3 vibraphones over on side 1, 3 vibraphones over on side 2. A drum set is going to go right in the middle that is not in today. We were missing a couple things to get the drum set mic'd up, but we'll talk about that in a minute. We've got timpani over that way. The aux rack is way out there. And then we've got our 3 synths. So this is very similar, almost the exact same as it's been before, with the addition of the 6th marimba, and I think that's the main thing. Upgrades, what are we talking about? Well, y'all know that this school has huge line array stacks, but what they were lacking was serious mixing power, because we're starting to get really high in the channel count here. So I got them set up with the full Avantis mixing console by Allen & Heath. This thing is amazing. And just to give you a quick idea of what they're moving up from, if you haven't caught any of the videos in the past, there's the old soundboard. Yes, y'all, they were using an X32 producer with the S32 stage box for the longest time. So these are all the old goodies that we're not going to be using anymore. Again, because we have this new gigantic dual touchscreen console. This thing is amazing. Let me turn the flashlight off here so it doesn't reflect too bad. The way that we've got the console laid out is very basic in terms of what this thing is like truly capable of, but that's the point, right? Like, I don't want it to be completely overwhelming to use. And so the layout is largely the same as like the factory default. So, but let me give you the tour here. On the left side of the console, so the left screen, these are all of our input channels, and we've got a bunch of different fader banks down here. So layer A is all 6 marimbas, and they're just left to right, just as we see them out there. Layer B is our 6 vibraphones, as well as our 3 synthesizers, and I've left a gap in between. We don't have to do that, but each of these single strips is a stereo channel, so it's a left and a right. So the Allen & Heath consoles, unlike what we see on the Yamaha, instead of linking 2 of the faders together, they just assign the one fader for the left and the right, which is really nice. It makes it a little easier to manage the volumes for both channels there, the left and the right. So that's layer B. Layer C is home to all of our soloists. So we have 8 instrumental soloists, and we're going to have a vocalist this year. These are being fed from these 9 QLXD units down below. So they had 4, and we added 5 more QLXD receiver units. And we also upgraded them from the Shure distribution box to the RF Venue DFIN Distro 9. So this was a package that came with the RF Venue Diversity Fin antenna. It also came with this box here, which is the Distro 9 HDR. And actually, I'd love to show you the back real quick while we're just sort of on that topic. This took a while to put together today. Here's all of our inputs coming from the wireless. And down below, it is clean, y'all. Like, it's about as clean as I've ever gotten like a wireless system hooked up. And that's because of the really nice cables that came in the RF Venue package. So the package did include the cables that goes from the outputs of the distribution box to the inputs of the receivers. And it also included a power supply. My only complaint, my main gripe with this package is that it's the distro 9, right? Like we've got 9 outputs for the A antenna and 9 outputs for the B antenna, but the power supply only has eight cables. It only supplies power to 8 units. So I don't really know what that's about. So our 9th unit here is just, you know, classic wall wart plug, but I've hidden it pretty well. So that is a quick look at the wireless system since we were talking about the soloists. And we also got them set up with a bunch of rack drawers. I got them set up with not 1, not 2, but 3, 4, and 5 2U rack drawers. The top one there they already had. And we got the rack foam, the insertable, adjustable foam for all of them. So now this group has proper storage for all of their wireless packs. There we go. As well as the antenna, which goes in here. And then we also took some of the foam from the packaging that the transmitter packs were in to make this sort of open space with foam at the bottom for all of the microphones that the soloists use. And you'll notice we've got these color-coded as well. So that's what's going on with the soloist stuff. Let's finish our tour of the mixer. I got sidetracked there talking about the soloist gear. So again, all that stuff comes into layer C. Layer D is our drum kit and our timpani, because yes, we are rolling out real timpani and we've put mics on each one. And then layer E is our field mics. We have room for 4 of them. Whether or not we're going to use them is still TBD, but we do have them accounted for in the mixer. And then layer F we're not really using. This is just some like factory default stuff here. So that is the left side of the console. The right side of the console is home to our DCAs. We're using 7 of them. We've got marimbas, vibes, synths, soloists, drum kit, timpani, and the field mics. Whew, it's a lot. And then we've also got the 2 outputs. We've got the stereo main LR for the array stacks, and then the subwoofers there as well. And then the B layer just has like some empty auxiliary buses. I'm using stereo aux 1 for the subs. And then reverb 1, I've color-coded white since we're mainly using this for soloists. I wanted that to match the same color coding as the individual channel strips. And then here's just some more factory default stuff that we're not really using. So that's what we've got going on. And then we've got a couple of buttons, you know, for scenes over here. The scene menu, there's not too much to look at, but that's it there. And yeah, we actually got fortunate today. We got the wireless system done pretty early in the day, and I had everything hooked up. We had the speakers hooked up. So I actually got to do some EQing and some like engineering work for all 8 of the instrumental soloists today. And we've got them sounding really good. One cool thing about this board, let me show you this, is that there are like a million different types of effects. There are so many different kinds of where am I going? Here we go. There are so many different kinds of effects that you can play around with. I'll select the second slot here so I don't mess up the one that we chose, but we can hit this library button, and look how many different kinds of reverb presets they have. I mean, that's insane. That's so amazing. And this is just like the factory, you know, default stuff. We don't have the expansion software that they also offer. And there's a ton of other really cool effects as well. So yeah, really awesome stuff. Certainly, you know, this is an expensive console. You certainly get what you pay for. I mean, I'm just very pleased and amazed with how many different types of effects there are in this. So I just wanted to highlight that real quick, just to give a little shout out to the team at Allen & Heath. Really awesome there. And you'll see it also displays, like on the DCA page, what all instruments or channels we have in the DCAs. So it's just very nice. A very nice layout here. This is going to be so much better for them because they can actually see and touch and interact a lot more effectively with what they're trying to do. Now, for the speakers, again, they've got the RCF HDL 6As. We've got 5 on each side, and we've got the sub 8004 AS down below. Their Proco audio power combo cables were super old, so I actually built them a few sets myself. Yes, I do make these, and I also got them set up with the Microphonic Designs active output panels. And you'll notice that there's 2 of them. And the reason for that is that I had intended for us to do center fills this year by removing the top 2 units from each of these and putting the top 2 units in the middle, like 2 pairs, like a pair of center fills. But the problem is that Pageantry Innovations just has a really long lead time right now, and I only got the PO for all of this, for this huge upgrade last week. I only got the order, like the order was submitted to me a week ago, and so PI is not gonna be able to get that stuff to us terribly quickly, but it is on the way. We also have a drum set cart coming in from Pageantry Innovations because the one they have now is just super old. I also got them set up with 2 of the large size auxiliary racks, the AR40s by PI. The 2 speaker carts that are coming in to do the center fills, it's going to be a pair of SC10s with the special like shelf here for the HDL6As. And then I also, on that order, I got them set up with a Titan Field Frames gong frame and a concert bass drum frame. So they're going to have a new concert bass drum and gong frame because the ones they have are well overdue. I'm not even... You might see it when we look at the synths, but it needs, they need a new one. So all of that stuff is coming in. So that's why we didn't really get to the drum set. It's because the cart's not here, the modular snake for that isn't here. It's on, the mod snake is on the way, and so when I come back down for rehearsal in September, we'll get the drum set mic'd up and sounding great in the soundboard. We did do a sound check, and all the mics for the whole everything is coming in properly. The synths, let's take a look at those next. We have 3 synths, Synth 1, Synth 2, and Synth 3, and they all tie in to the same laptop, and we're going to be running main stage this year. And sound is coming out. It's great. We've down below, we've got a Scarlett, the Focusrite. It's the Scarlett 18i20. So I've got all 3 synths coming out of separate pairs of outputs. So I've got 6 channels in the mixer set aside. So outputs 1 and 2 is Synth 1. Outputs 3 and 4 is Synth 2, and outputs 5 and 6 on the back of this thing are for Synth 3, so that we've got separate control over in the mixer for each different part. And then this was a custom panel that I put together for them last year. These here were inputs for the wireless microphones, but we moved them over to the mixer cart, so these are no longer in use. And then we've just got like some connecting connectors there for Synths 2 and 3. And then here is the Allen & Heath, the GX4816. So we actually have 48 inputs now because once we get truly everything plugged in, like in the entire ensemble, including field mics, including drum set, we're approaching, I think it's like 45 or 46 channels of audio for this group this year. And again, we may not use every single one of those field mics, but like we're certainly in the, you know, the mid 40 range for inputs. So I wanted to make sure they had plenty of room. So the GX4816, there you have it. And then we actually had to move the Furman. So we're going to be getting some Velcro strips to Velcro this thing down to the bottom of the frame so it doesn't move. And we actually have 4 snakes, 4 sub snakes that are going to be in the front ensemble. We've got 1 sub snake that goes here to the side 1 vibraphones. We've got a sub snake that comes in between marimbas 2 and 3 right here. So this one's going to be carrying the signal for marimbas 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we've got another sub snake coming down this way along the front. This one's going to carry the signal for marimbas 5 and 6 in the timpani. So these 2 and those instruments, they're like a pod, and you'll see we've got the 15-foot cables coming up from those microphones over to the snake there. And lastly, we're going to have these 3 vibraphones. The cables come in this way, and they're going to join the modular snake that the drum set is going to be set up with. So it'll be drum set, which is kick, snare, high tom, mid tom, and low tom. So we're only doing 5 inputs. And then we've got channels 6, 7, and 8 for the vibes. So that'll work on that mod snake. And then the field mics, we have left room and color-coded this snake here for. So this snake will be carrying the signal for these 3 vibes and up to 4 field mics in the back. And the 2 snakes that are on the front are going to be prepped on this side of the Synth 1 cart. And the 2 snakes that are going to go down the middle are going to be prepped on this side of the Synth cart. So I think that's going to do a lot for us in terms of setup efficiency and helping avoid traffic jams when getting set up. Because last year, part of the problem was that we had a bunch of snakes prepped on this side, and it was a lot. So I think by splitting it up like this on each side of these carts is going to really help. And then you know, for these 2 synths, their cables just have to connect to the panel there. So yeah, that's really it. Again, it's a lot. Like, there's a lot of channels. I think this is the highest number of channels I've ever worked with in terms of just sheer, you know, like channel count. But it's relatively simple in terms of execution. I mean, no doubt there was a lot to do. This was another 2-day setup. Me and Mr. Armando Blanco put in hours. I mean, we've been at it a long time today, and yesterday we had like a long 10-hour day as well. But we got it done, and I'm very proud of how this whole thing came together. I'm excited to see the last few little odds and ends get figured out. Like, we need to get a different kind of mount for the antenna, because for whatever reason, RF Venue sent us an antenna that looks like this instead of the normal one that has like the padded cover and everything. So I'm going to be contacting RF Venue about that to see if we can get a different connector so we can use a mic stand. I've got the quick release adapter here for the antenna whenever we get that. And then we've got the 2 antenna cables here, so it'll just go up right there. All of the storage is ready to go. I think we might use this drawer here. Oh, this is more Solus mics. Yeah, so we've got all 5 of our new rack drawers being used, and then we'll figure out some other way to store our field mics. And then here you'll see the pile of cables I've got for the drum kit. I've just labeled these so that when I come down in September, I'll be able to get those color-coded. We'll have the modular snake. The microphones for the kit is here. We got them the Audix DP5A. So again, we've got enough mics for all of the drums on the drum kit. I'm not worried about doing overheads here. And then they also got a WRT32X, which is the one that your boy uses and the one that I carry around with me all the time. So we didn't get that set up today, but that's a relatively simple project that I can walk them through over the phone when we're a little less tired, so that we can have wireless control over the Avantis, which is going to be awesome. So yeah, a little bit of a long walkthrough just because I really wanted to take a look at some of the detail on some of this stuff and talk about a few things that I'm really excited about. And a big shout out to United ISD for making this big of an upgrade happen for this ensemble. And I'm especially thankful that my business was able to earn that sale and make it happen for them. So anyhow, if you yourself are looking for help with your front ensemble audio stuff, please, I invite you. Feel welcome to get in touch. You can reach me at my email. It's andrew@microphonicdesigns.com, or you can go to the website. It's microphonicdesigns.com/contact, and I've got a form. You can book a call if you prefer to do a phone call. Me and my team are here to help you out to make sure that you have more time to focus on your students and the things that matter way more than the audio stuff. I do not want the audio gear to get in the way of your ability to teach your kids. Full stop. It should enhance the experience, not hinder it. So that's what we're here to do, is to help you teachers have more time to teach. So until next time, y'all, take care. I'll see you then. Peace.